It is to exist is my fourth Wi-Fi battle over this Hein, aka Ipodboi98. So he sent on his Frost last, and I sent on my Slicing Dice, and they use Hail, and I use Stealth Rock. So in the Hail, I'm buffed it by the Hail, but I heal because of leftovers, and I use Earthquake. And their Frost last barely hangs on. And then they use Blizzard, which I believe is super effective to Slice and Dice. And Slice and Dice dies. So there goes Slice and Dice right away in the first or second turn. So I send out a Hothead, and I use Bullet Punch and kill the Frostlast. Alright, so the health continues to fall, and I'm buffed by it, but leftovers heals me, so I didn't really lose anything. They send out their Big Impact, and I use Ironhead, which I believe is super effective, but Big Impact has some rather good defenses. So they use Earthquake, and Hothead take significant damage, and they're both hit by the Hailstorm. But I was able to heal. And then I use Bullet Punch, which kills Big Impact because it's super effective. So the hail stops finally, and I heal because leftovers. Then I send out Sky High, and I use Ironhead, which doesn't kill it yet. Then I use Aura Spear, which takes a significant amount of damage on my Hothead, and I use Bullet Punch and kill their Sky High. So then Hothead healed because of leftovers, and they sent out Miss Fishy. So then X-Scissor uses, or Hothead uses X-Scissor, and they use Hydro Pump. And Hothead's able to hang on barely. And then they use X-Scissor, and Miss Fishy dies basically. And this on the McSlicer, which is their Scizor. And I call it back to send out Aragon. Alright, so then they use Ironhead, which doesn't really take that much. And Aragon uses Substitute. And they use Faint, but it failed. So then they withdraw it and send out very scary, their Dusknoir, Newer, however you say it. And Aragon uses Dragon Dance to power up. So then I'm also healing because of the leftovers, and I use Dragon Dance again. And they use Psychic, which is a critical hit, and I use Dragon Claw, which because of the Dragon Dance powered them up and kills their very scary. Alright, so then they send their last and final Pokemon McSlicer again, and I use Dracometer, which is I believe the Dragon type strongest move. I'm not really sure, that's what it says in the game. So then they use Double Hit, and that gives them my Substitute. And then they hit me again this time, which I actually take damage, but then I heal because of leftovers. So I use Dragon Claw, McSlicer dies, and in the battle. Good game, thank you, bye.